Hello. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm making an Austin Powers theory this time. I am going to lose my absolute mind if I have to make another second of this Austin Powers theory. It is, it is extremely shocking. It is devastating. It is insane. I, I'm going to say something, and you are going to have to ask me a question about it because I don't know what the hell I can. Okay. Gold member is Austin Powers' mother. So I've been writing this theory, and I cannot even begin to just. it- It's. I believe the whole thing is completely true, first of all. It is infallible, it is absolute. And if it isn't the case, then the movies are filled with plot holes. What's Austin Powers? It's a one of the most popular comedy movie trilogies of all time. Very high budget. It's got some story to it as well, but it's mostly parody and it's pretty freaking funny. All right, so you want to know how Goldmember is Austin Powers' mother? Well, this is gonna. Oh God. Okay, so I think here's what I think. I think because I've been working on this theory, I got the timeline finally sorted. The only way for the timeline to work is if Nigel Powers was frozen in around 1969 with Austin, and then thawed out as well. Otherwise, he would be about 100 years old, and it's not like Austin just traveled to the 1970 and saw his dad there. It, that doesn't make sense. It's because he would have been 80 and he's not. He's like late 60s. It's Michael Caine's age because Nigel Powers was born in 1897 and Austin was born in 1932 with Doctor Evil. So, um, basically, the timeline is sorted out. But what it means is, I do believe, and I've been looking into this. I think that Goldmember is the one who blew up the car because Nigel says those Belgians made you so damn evil, and they do share a border with the Dutch. And it's like he looks at Goldmember and blah 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 blah, right? So I think that's what happened. But what that would imply is that Goldmember was Nigel Powers' like lifelong rival. That's also why they sent him first into the 70s to go after him, because Goldmember is like Nigel's rival, like Doctor Evil is to um, Austin. So my question was, okay, so that means Goldmember was the one who would have blown up the car and killed Mrs. Powers, which is incredible as a twist on its own. Because it makes perfect sense. And it would make sense. And then that's what turned Dr. Evil evil. And then he gets, older and all this stuff. So I've been thinking like, how does this all work together? And I was like, there's got to be something more to it. Why is Goldmember crazy? I mean, it's not just because he got his yoo-hoo schmelted off or whatever they said. It's I think he is either Nigel Power's brother or something. And then it hit me. It finally hit me. This is the whole plot of the film. Goldmember is Mrs. Powers. Goldmember is Mrs. Powers. His skin constantly peels off because it's makeup and the explosion from the car damaged him. And uh let's be clear, Goldmember, I do not believe is actually male. I believe Goldmember is female. He does not have a yoo-hoo, as he put it. Um, it's a key. And they say it came off in a smelting accident, but that's not exactly accurate. Um, it's the thing is, so what I did was I scanned Goldmember. I looked through the entire movie at like any detail I could find, and I found that he wears the exact same bracelet through the entire film that Mrs. Powers had in the flashback. It's the exact same bracelet, and you're not gonna believe this shit. His real name in the movie is Johan Vandersmut or something. Uh, and it's like I kept writing and it's Johan, 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 Johan. And it's basically one letter off from Austin's mother's name, which is Joan. It's it's her. Goldmember is the mother. She didn't die. It's like a family reunion in the third movie. It's wild. It's wild. It's so completely wild. So, and that's not all. Mrs. Power or Goldmember is not even Dutch. He's German. It's Vandersmut. He's got the German accent. And the only other German character in the entire franchise is Frau Fabricina, who was revealed to be the twist mother as well of someone else. So it's like this whole thing is like it's oh my god, it's what yes, Goldmember is trans canon. Yes. Yes. Goldmember is Mrs. Not, but that should be so small on the list of revelations. The big revelation should be the fact that it is literally Austin and Doctor Evil's fucking mother. I am losing my mind. I am losing my mind, and I love it. And it's interesting because I think then that Doctor Evil was made evil, and he was like, he it was like the stress, right? And in the third film, the same thing happens to Scott. He's like, this is causing me serious psychological pain. And then later in the film, he balds and loses his mind. So the implication is that's what happened to Doctor Evil. It's like the whole thing, he's been tortured into insanity and evil and madness. And it's absolutely fantastic because it's all Goldmember's fault. Goldmember, and this is why Goldmember's so flexible too. He's not some strange old dude. He's like an acrobat, athletic woman, like a spy, like Nigel, his her husband. Like it's yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. 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 And of course, how can I forget the big one? Goldmember is also played by the very person that portrays the twin boys, Austin and Doctor Evil. So it's like they look just like their mother. I can't even describe. Oh, it's wild. It's wild. It's so wild. And Goldmember's just completely insane. Like he's lost it. It's Mrs. Powers has gone completely off the rails as a complete lunatic. And that's why it's devastating. That's why Nigel's lifelong rival is Goldmember. And it's why Dr. Evil is so connected to Goldmember. It's Goldmember is Joan Powers. I swear to you. It's wild. The amount of evidence, it's incredible. It's incredible. The twist is huge. It's wild. And it's just it makes perfect sense, even though it is absolutely insane sounding. So I have been writing this. I have been working on this so much, trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And I cannot for the life of me figure out how to I, I I'm just I, I'm losing my mind. Honestly, like it's how do you even begin to like how do you even begin to make a video like this and then expect people to listen to you? Like honest to God. I am losing it.